Hello. We are going to an optional dungeon for Stormblood. This one is, what does it call it? Like in partnership with something. This one's called The Great Hunt, and it's collaboration with Monster Hunter. If you've played that game, I have not, but I reckon you probably hunt monsters over there. This, like, the mechanics in this fight is definitely different than other fights in Final Fantasy XIV. There's no aggro table, enmity table, and so it doesn't matter if you are a tank or not a tank, you know, like, it will, the Rathalos will kind of just go to whomever. And there are no cast bars, and so you kind of just have to look at his, like, animation and stuff to figure out what he's gonna do. I will try to articulate what some of these animations look like, but honestly, the best I can say is if he's looking at you, run away, okay? Or, like, go off to the side. So, there we go. Okay, so that big ass roar, I'm already cursing. This is a raid wide. We got a bit of a raid right there. Okay. Here, he's kind of like sinking down and like he's looking this way and his shoulders are up. This person's... Oh, I think... Did they use their invul? Oh. Anyway. Yeah, so he's kind of looking there, and then now he's doing this attack thing, and then that person got burned. Okay? So... if he's looking at you, just run away. I'm gonna say that so many times. Okay, here, he's stomping. See, he was stomping that way, looking at whoever was over here, and then they got swiped. Okay? So, look away. Run away. Now this one, he's like turning his head, and his butt is up, or his tail is up. Like, see, look, he's like looking back with his tail up. And so, if he's looking at you, you should probably run away. There we go. Okay, so he just did a tail swipe around. So you can consider that like a cone. Okay? So, like, he wasn't looking at me, but I was still over here and he hit me with his tail. Great guide so far, I know. Okay. Okay, did you see that one? He like... Okay, this is the tail swipe one. Okay, so now he's like looking this way and like, you know, yelling, and his tail's up, his wings are up. Like it's very particular in that he's looking a certain direction and like, you know, posturing, and so then he starts running ahead and stomping at whoever's there. Okay, now he turned around. The thing is, whenever he changes position, you know he's probably gonna do something. Is it a he? Is it he or she? My bad. It. Should I just say it? Is Rathalos a boy? Girl? Is Rathalos a boy? Or a girl? They're male flying wyverns. Okay, so it's a boy. Okay. Didn't want to misgender him. Okay, so there. See, like, he, was stomping. Okay, so he stomped this way, and he turns around, and then he's like posturing again. It's basically the same thing, I would say. And he like yells a little, and then he starts running. Okay, so when he's running, you just get off to the side. And he chomps at whoever's over here. I got knocked back because I got hit with that. Okay. Oh, look, we got one person with an AoE over here. So, you know, run away. Drop that somewhere away from people. Okay, that was a fireball. So yeah, you want to run away so other people don't get hit with that. He's yelling at me. There, he stomped. Okay, I got hit with rush. Okay, so if he's looking at you and he's yelling, oh, look at his teeth. If he's looking at you and he's yelling and he runs at you, it's this. It seems like, and you get stunned for a while, for a little bit. I'm like stunned over, so you can't move for a little bit. Oh, I'm on the ground. Jeez. Okay. Oh, I got little chocobos flying around me. That's cute. Anyway, okay, so now we're into the next phase. The local wildlife have come to defend their territory. Okay, and then we've got another AoE here. Okay, so the AoE is gonna, you gotta get that away from people. Do you see his mouth real quick there? Has like fire. Okay, well he was attacking me with fire. But here, the AoE thing, and then up here, look up here. He's got fire in his mouth. Okay, so that's gonna be throwing the fireball at the person with the AoE. We saw that earlier. These ads, they're similar to the ones in one of the dungeons. What was it called? Bardam's Metal. This actually, this is the, oh my goodness, Asm's Sleep. Like you recognize the flags. And so these animals are from there too. So similarly to how it was in the Bardam's Metal dungeon, these ones, we've got the cow Yama doing like the little line AoEs, okay, and then the little coral, the sheep will do the circle AoEs. Let's see it. They do the circle AoEs. They do the lullaby, and so if you're caught in that, you fall asleep. And then the corals are the ones that do the cones. Okay, so we just straight up take them out. While this is happening, Rathalos is still doing the regular stuff, okay? Like targeting people to spit fire and things like that. So watch out. Also, here's the cat, the coral's cone. So watch out for that. Okay, another fireball situation over here. So just dodge. And then the cat was doing a cone AoE over there. Okay. So, oh, see that lunge down, the tail up, wings out, and then the roar, and then he's stomping. Okay, so if he's looking at you and he does that, you get out of the way or else you get hit. Okay. Okay, so he was probably looking at somebody. He was like, okay, so this is the rush one. Okay, and then now he's like staring down at somebody. Tail is up, wings are out, and he's kind of staring at somebody. I couldn't see the face. Oh, you can kind of see a bit of like orange here, so he probably has fire in his mouth. And then, yeah, he's throwing fire down. So they're stunned and they're burned. They're stunned and burned, okay. Oh shoot, I also get hit by that. I got tossed. Wow, this person's hella got tossed. Okay. So like I said, he can target anybody. It doesn't matter if you're the tank or not. You can't use provoke or anything on him. Okay, next phase, this big mammoth comes out and attacks Rathalos for a moment. The Garula, okay. Also these burns can be a Sunod because it has the white thing on it. This big Garula thing, everyone needs to DPS it down, and one person needs to ride on Rathalos' back to like tame him. See, there's a person on there, on the back. I have a clip of it, hang on. Let's see if I can catch this frame. See, he's like he's laying down for a moment, and then someone will jump on his back. Okay, see here. SS is jumping on his back to kind of keep him like down. It's one of those button mechanics. But while that's happening, everybody else attacks the Garula, okay? And it's important to do this because you need to be able to like hide behind the Garula. Also, it does this huge earthquake type cone attack in the front, so you gotta be careful if you're in the front here. We need this on the ground so that we can hide behind it, or else we die later, like now. Okay, so after this is gone, or done, oh sorry, not gone, it's still here, but it's there, and Rathalos flies away. It'll be this like super big raid-wide attack, and if you are not behind the thingy, then you'll likely die. Okay, I got some footage. Let's just watch the whole thing. Why not? I'm a machinist for this one, so you can get a bit of a bigger angle. He's yelling. Okay, raid wide. Kind of is looking at somebody, and he's tossing fire at them. Okay. He's looking our direction. His head is like angled, and there's fire in his mouth. So he's probably gonna spit some fire again. Okay, so he spat some fire there. This person's got burned. Okay, he's yelling. Rawr. Wings are up. Tail is up. So he's probably gonna start stomping. There we go. He starts stomping, okay, and you get knocked back. Okay. And then now he's turning. He's turning this way, and his tail is up. So he's probably gonna like swipe with the tail. Whoosh, there we go. Okay, these people got knocked back. Okay. Okay, no, look at this, look at this. He's like, his tail's down, his wings are kind of like, I don't know, up, but pointing down, and his head is up, and there's clearly fire going on over here. So look over here, there's like an AoE person. Okay, so he's gonna spit fire over there. So you know, just run away from people. Now he's staring down, wings are up, tail is up, head is down. Probably gonna, oh no, he sits up, he sits up. Okay, so that's another fireball at somebody. Okay. When he roars and he's in this position, that's when he's probably gonna start stomping. Okay, so he rushed towards people and just stomping over there. Okay, we got the wildlife coming out. So just DPS those down. He's looking this direction. See how I ran away? I was like, if he's facing me, I don't want to be in front of him at all. Like, at these, you know, with the effects and all this stuff, and like everybody running everywhere and all these things, like the best advice I can give is just, if he's looking at you, run away. Like, run off to the side or something. Okay, there was another AoE burn situation. As soon as he turns towards you, it's just like, it's probably gonna hit something nearby or rush at you. So just be careful if you see a space. Okay, there, he's rushing. Okay, he's looking this way. He's probably doing a tail swipe. Yep. He's upset. Okay, we got a little bit of a raid wide. We got stunned for a moment. The Garula is out. Okay, this thing. There's this thing. That's the thing that you want to step on. Which I'll just show it now. Here. I went unsynced to do this. If you're doing this unsynced, you actually shouldn't jump on his back. You need to take down this thing pretty quickly, but for here I'm just showing what it looks like. So this foothold shows up, you need to interact with it, and you'll jump onto his back, right? And then you'll do the active time maneuver thing. So you'll just press the buttons. Okay. And by doing this, you're mounting the dragon, it gives people time to attack the enemy on the bottom there. Okay. And since I was the only one here, nobody else was attacking the other enemy, and so by the time this was done counting down, the other Garula thingy like ran away. See, I failed because it ran away, and then now I'm kind of just standing out here by myself when Rathalos does this move, and I die. Let's see. So here, if you end up doing this synced, or unsynced, or just solo by yourself, is tricky to do on your own because you gotta make sure to take down this guy before Rathalos gets up and then like does the fire thingy. And like I was really close that time, but I didn't manage it because you need to be able to hide behind it. And so I would recommend, if you end up doing this solo by yourself, to save any bursts you have. Yeah, like your bigger move, like just save it for this specific spot, and just so you can get as much damage out as possible to take out this enemy. So then, by the time Rathalos like jumps up, this thing goes down, and then you have something to hide behind. Okay, so that's that situation. So here, in this one, so this person jumps up on here and is doing the active time maneuver thing, so we have a little bit more time. So in my other one, you didn't have that much time. I didn't have that much time to defeat this thing, but because we have somebody on Rathalos, like mounting him, we had a little bit of extra time to defeat this Garula thing. Also, remember, it has this front cone. Okay, so again, after you fight, you want to stand behind the enemy thing so you don't die. Okay, you just straight up die. Okay, alright, let's go back to the other one. But yeah, we have, in this next phase, we all have this thing called Scalebound now. So let's watch it on this one. Wyvern's presence grows overbearing, inhibiting your ability to heal. That's what this thing is, basically. So healers can't heal you in this thing, and you have to instead use this with your duty action. It's a potion specific to this fight, and you have like 10 of them. Okay, so when you get to like half health or so, you want to make sure to pop that by yourself. Technically, you can still use shields and stuff if you're a healer and things. Like shields still work, but straight up heals will not. So yeah, I got my mega potion here. Okay, wait, what was that move actually? He's like, okay, so he's flying at this point instead of being on the ground. So he kind of like went up and then is diving back down. Again, facing everybody he was facing ends up getting launched that way. So if he's facing you, you know, run away. So he's facing this way now. Oh, he's turning. Oh, okay, because I have aggro now. Okay. Or no, now he's turning this way. Okay, so he's turning this way. He repositioned a bit and then he turned, and then he rushes them again. Okay, and this time you get poison instead of burn. Okay, okay, what was this? What face was he using? Okay. Okay, so he's kind of like see his feet? He's kind of rearing back a little, as if he's like inhaling. See, he's kind of like inhaling, and then he spits fire. Okay, that makes sense, sure. And then we get burned here. Okay, that was another rush. So he's looking and flying and rushing. Okay, so every time he moves and like points in a different direction, again, just know that he's probably gonna do something in that direction. Okay, I know it's like super hard to tell because of the wings and all this stuff, but it really is as simple as if he's looking at you, you gotta run off to the side, or else he will attack you. Okay, with the stuns, poisons, and things like that. Okay, at this point, he is down. There's this down gauge that continuously increases. Once it hits 100, you hear that noise. Did you hear that? That noise? Then he is down, and you can attack the tail now. And so you want to attack the tail. This will do this will take some damage off of him and also separate the tail. And if you are here, you can get scales from this fight and you can trade it in for gear and other things. So his tail has been severed. That's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. But yeah, so now he doesn't have a tail. But later, at the end of the fight, you can gather scales. So people make sure to take the tail. Okay. So... I think after this, everything's pretty much the same. Okay, so he's facing this way now, and he's probably gonna rush them. Oh, JK, we got a stack marker. That's not the same. So, stack up for this. It looks like, yeah, it leaves poison puddles now. So if you're standing in that, you'll get a dot of burn. We got blown fire at us. Oh, here we go. Scalebound, you have entered the sacred domain of Rathalos and are somehow unable to heal wounds via any method save. Yeah, okay, so that's what I said. You have to use your mega potions. Healers can still raise, they just can't use like cures or benefic or things like that. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what else I can really say for this fight. I mean... Oh, look at this. Confused. The mechanics really are like, if he's looking at you, you gotta just run away. Okay, like there's not much else to it. Also, you know, simply if you're standing in this, you're probably gonna get burned. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, sorry if that was like a lackluster guide, but like really there's not too much else I can say. Like I don't want to get too nitpicky on all the very specific animations, because it's like if you're just running this in normal mode, for example, you're probably going to have enough time to really tell that that's happening, right? So again, the easiest way to deal with almost all the mechanics is if he happens to turn and looks at you, run off to the side or run behind him if you can make it behind him, because of the rushing situation, the blowing fire situation, things like that. When he's down, make sure to take care of the tail, and yeah, here, see, he's constantly facing that way, so that's why I feel pretty safe just standing back over here. He's not facing me. I don't need to do anything else. That's fine. But the people in melee range, they keep getting tossed, see? Is this what Monster Hunter is like? The game? I don't know. Okay, now he's facing this way, so I'm kind of like, maybe I should get out of the way. But then, we hear the ping, okay? So he's gonna go down. So I switch to the tail to damage the tail. The tail also has like less HP, and so it's easier to take the tail down. Oh yeah. You see that? There was a little caption thing. Okay, the tail has been severed, but it also shows how much damage. So he took that much damage after we took care of the tail. 43%? Was that what it was before? Yeah, see? He was at 62% beforehand, and then we skipped to this much. Okay, I'm gonna go with the stack marker. And this is gonna leave the fire puddle afterwards, so healers can Asuna this. It has the white bar. And then, but also make sure you're using your mega potion on yourself so you don't die. You have plenty. You have plenty of mega potion for the fight. For like 40% around this point, use limit break and it takes care of a lot of it. Oh, it's not going down at all. Okay, now he's down. So it looks like it kind of stops at a certain point, and then when he goes down that second time is when most of the damage actually gets in there. Ah, so yeah, it seems like people save the limit break for when he's down. Okay. That's probably the most beneficial time to do that. Is that what happened in this other one? Yeah, it kind of like stalled at 40%, and then he went down, and then somebody used that. Okay. So maybe that is the way. Okay. Well, so that was that fight. I guess this still ended up being kind of a long guide. I just didn't really know if I'd have that much else to say about it, because like it's not as, you know, because I'm used to seeing like the cast and things like that and having more mechanics to really avoid, and this one is more instinctual in a way. You know, it's not as rigid, I would say. Even though, you know, as a video game they have to program in certain ways, like it definitely felt more like, because there weren't casts and stuff, and because the tanks don't maintain aggro. Oh yeah, also you interact with these things so that you can get the scales. You can use the scales to trade for stuff. Yeah, because the tanks don't take aggro, and because the healers can't heal at the last phase, it definitely felt like a different type of fight. So anyway, a lot of people farm the extreme version because they really like the gear and things like that, and so you might see this one in Duty Finder, but it doesn't come up that often. But yeah, the extreme version is different, but I have seen a decent amount of people in Party Finder looking for others to like go farm it with, or you can farm it solo. But anyway, okay, goodbye.